Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. So today I'm actually going to show you something which I do myself quite frequently. And what I do is I actually go through and test my champions to see who is a good match for me to use later on. As you can see, this is set to stage 7 normal. I normally don't test champions who are below maxed out in their primaries. That's because all champions you can max out. Some of these I'm using particularly for faction wars, so they just get a max out level and I just leave them. I don't care much about it afterwards. But let's go for some champions who I chose for skills. They may not have been completely maxed out, but yeah, here we go. This one here has an ascension on it, so that makes it a very unfair comparison, but it's also a different skill set. This is also another very powerful champion who has ascension on, so I'm also going to use him and I'm going to use this. So right, let's go for this here. I'm going to turn off auto immediately. I finish off the boss in auto because the boss doesn't really matter to me unless they have HP attack abilities. So I'm just going to put the defense on. Let's see what this does. Full set, and let's have quick info, right? Let's see what it does. Continuous heal, increase crit rate by 30%, increase crit damage by 30%. That is a massive buff. This is a damage increase. It's a heavy support. If you're using this champion, you might be good for certain places. So let's see. Next one, let's go with this. What do we get? 4,000 to about 5,000. So I'm averaging 5,000 damage on that AoE assault. That is a fantastic way to go. So let's see what the ability on this guy is. Surging Strengthening, crit rate, crit damage, and now he's improved his attack. So let's go. What is that? 3,800. Let's see what it is. Without that, 2,200. That's a weak assault. So let's just crush this one here out. Next one is another one. What does this do? Increase duration of abilities. This could be critical for certain bosses who hit very hard and you need to keep up your defense for a little bit longer. I'm talking about the Skyrim. 4,000, 5,000 with that improved damage. So that isn't supposed to have been done. Oh, it's a AoE on that primary. That is a very effective. I didn't know that. I didn't even expect it. That's why I was shocked with that. 1,000, 1,300. I am lucky that he didn't go down. Okay, so weak attacks generally come off that champion. Let's see what this AoE is like. 2,200 in the weak. That is not a very weak champion. That is a very, very powerful champion if you're considering it. That's his primary assault, plus increased crit and increased crit damage. I didn't know what I was sleeping on. So this is an example of not knowing what you have up your sleeve. And this is a champion who I didn't even know had such a massive amount of power up his sleeve. So there is a champion who I should definitely think about booking in the future and using in another role. So that's Enchariot. Relic Keeper, he proved that he wasn't really worth anything. And Dark Ethel proved that she's a good AoE assault. She got double AoE assaults. And her primary is a bit lackluster, but you can use it for something like Fire Knight. Right? AoE is good for clearing, but she's not really going to have much effect other than that. So let's remove them all. So I got my 3 over there. I know that Ethel is going to be part of my final. This is all, they already have their places. I am not really going to interfere with them. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Right, I already used her, so I'm not going to. I love this guy. I love that. I already know how good he is, and he's not the best, but I really do enjoy him. He does have his usage, and I'll explain it later. So you saw me run the first team. The champion who I was impressed with gave me a massive buff, and he can improve the buff's timing. So if you have champions and you can improve speed with other attacks, let's see what the AoE is like. About 5k. Oh wait, she's actually armored. I forgot about that. There is one of my champions who I was forced to upgrade yesterday. Oh, what does this do? HP balance. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's a very good healing ability as well. I do. That was a mistake. I'm making a lot of mistakes right now. Okay, so I know this here is protection. You can use this here quite a bit. It gives you the ability to relegate damage to one champion, especially if they are capable of heavy assault. It will make a big difference. I forgot about retaliation. Okay, everybody shields up. Let's see what. Actually, it's not really all that impressive. I wouldn't go with any of these. They're not going to play part of my primary teams. I'm just going to. She is an impressive champion. I will not deny it, but she's not impressive enough for me to actually keep her on the team. So I'm going to remove them. I'm going to test the next set. Actually, I was expecting a little bit better results. So let's go with the double dwarf set. This is going to be the last. I know how useless High Cthulhu is in general. I know how good this champion is. I've used most of these champions. Some of these aren't here to upgrade. Some of these are just here for sitting here and waiting for their factions to open up in a chase. That's what these dwarves are for. Actually, I'm going to be using them for basics. So let me just shield up. Let's see what this is. Oh, I really love that they break defense on an entire group. That is a fantastic ability. Double healing, defense. I really enjoyed it. That is a heavy resilience set. So yeah, let me just knock one of these off. Steel buff. I love steel buffs. That's one of the things that I do quite often. High accuracy on that will definitely change things. I think she has armor on. I'll double check that in a second. She might be impressing me just because of armor, and then I would have ruined this. That's because she's being used some way if that is the case. Alright, let's just wipe that out. If she really is that powerful default standard, this isn't even a... Okay, she's taking way too much damage for somebody in armor. I don't believe she's in armor. Canoness, let's go look at her over here. She isn't in armor. Oh, my great hall bonuses are pulling her up like crazy. That attack was unbelievable for such a low attack rating. How in the world did you get that much damage? Damage based on defense. Oh, okay, so she'll get more power. Decrease accuracy, leech. Okay, this one, yeah, ally protection. Alright, so she is really powerful. I was actually... really surprised by that one there. So I had two surprises, right? Two big surprises for me today. And that's going to be this champion and the other champion. Putting a team together with them might be something I might do in the future down the line. Obviously, I have this freeze which happens with my game. I'm not sure why it happens all the time, but I'll go back to Nightmare now because I'm actually leveling champions, getting ready for CBC next week. And what I mean by I'm leveling champions, let me show you. This is just me showing off a little bit. Sorry about the freeze. But here we go. Open 3, 2, 1. There's some champions who I am going to test in the future. I just need them to reach max level. Oh, here's it. You can see level 30 not going to be used. Level 30 is being used. Not going to be used, not going to be used. These aren't going to be used, so they're going to just be sacrificed. He's going to be leveled. I'm just going to use them for fodder. So they're just going to go in for quick upgrades, and that's going to be my ascension in general. As you can see, they already upgraded. And here is a ton of level 1s at level 10. So they're all ready for the Clan v Clan. The moment it starts, I'm going to blow through a ton of silver most likely, and that's going to be my big improvement for that particular time. I'm actually hoping to get another legendary. Legendaries generally have way more power than epics, and hopefully I'll get that legendary in that tournament, get it up to level 50, while I'm pulling up another 2 to level 40, then another 2 to level 40, then I'll pull up the last one to level 40 when that one is ready for upgrade, and that should be exactly where I need to be. Upgrade it, get it to a level 60 ascension, and I will have yet another powerful champion hopefully up my arsenal. So that is the way in which you play when you reach endgame. You need to test your champions who come in, and here is another reason why I'm doing this video. If you are free to play, this is particularly for you. If you're free to play, do not follow the advice of people who tell you don't use this champion, he is trash. The reason is, you're free to play, you may not have the choice of using Geode in Iron Twins. You may not have the option of turn meter cooldown with Deacon, Cold Heart, Sanisha, I think it's Sanisha, I'm not sure on the name, with a whole lot of turn meter reduction champions for your let's see, who is it that I'm thinking of right now? For your spider, right? I want to get forgetting his name. It's so difficult to pronounce names for me when it comes to these guys. Risen Scarhide, because of that one power. He's not an endgame champion anymore, but yeah, I want to use him because he has 100% turn meter cooldown. Yes, it's on a 7 turn cooldown, but it's going to help me. 7 plus 4, if you count that together, that's in every, what is it? 7 plus 4 is 10. I'm making a mistake somewhere along the line, but nonetheless, 7 plus 4 makes it a big decrease, and it's going to reduce my time requirement big time. I might be able to put him into my Fire Knights lineup and have him push through. As you can see, I've started to collect some of the dots. This is a champion who I'm actually using, which is going to be a big loss to me in terms of power. I'm going to have to find a way to work around it, and I figured there might be a way around it. Tomorrow starts the champion chase. I might go for the Ola, because not Ola, what's her name? I believe she's out in the champion listings, or in the index listings, sorry. Let's see, where is this here? Sylvan Watches. No, she's not yet out, yeah. That's a shame. But nonetheless, there is that champion who's coming tomorrow. I would love to pair her up with my current team and see if I can push to another level altogether. If it isn't a Sylvan Watcher, then I'm making a big mistake and it's one of these. Let's see. No, it isn't. I can remember when they were brand new on this list. So yeah, nonetheless, doing all of this here should be one of the best overall setups and stack ups that you can do for yourself as a player. You can get a little bit better skill set when it comes to the game. Think about doing these, but don't chase after every champion. It must be worthwhile for you. For example, let's go to news. She's here, is it? Uella, right? You read here, she's a support. Affinities magics are from Sylvan Watchers. Turn Meter Fur and Heals. Team up with Dark Elf Champion, Ultan of the Shell, and these support abilities only get better. Right, and from what we can see from other YouTubers, and that's just the case, she is a fantastic idea. As you can see the date, this is just going to launch in a few hours, hopefully, if I am capable to do it. It should be around 6 p.m. my time, because I know I'm going to be hit with an outage in a few minutes. And it will take me about an hour to render this video with everything that I'm doing right now, so I have to accommodate that. You can see my power is really low. If you look at someone like Ash, when he was at level 60, he was at 3.9 million power. Comparing our powers just tells you how early in the game I am reaching endgame. If I am correct, I will not progress any further on certain aspects of my account. There will be no increase to this 130. 130 is max if I am correct, so I am at the maximum. So from here on out, the upgrades are just going to give me gems. So that's all that I'm going to be collecting. I'm just going to have gems, gems, gems. And if I have it my way for one of these competitions, I'm going to go here, I'm going to buy 900 worth of big shards, and I am going to blow it out on trying to get another legendary. I need a legendary so badly, it's not even funny. And yeah, I'm getting desperate for a legendary right now. I don't remember where I picked up 100 today, but I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, so let me go and reset my Nightmare team over here, and I will be greeting you all in a few seconds. Just getting my outro ready as I'm doing this. So yeah, this was the team home. I don't think I should be leveling these guys. They are dual rare. That means I could use them for buffs. Honestly, a 10% HP buff, 10% attack buff, 7% resistance, 7% accuracy. That's no small thing to be adding to your affinities and your powers. They make a big... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. They don't make any difference when it comes to these. They get killed and they can't be revived, and I just wipe the rest of these teams out like they don't exist. Just one champion, but I can't beat the boss on the next level. Goes to show how ridiculous that ramping up of power is for these particular levels. This champion is more powerful than all of the waiting champions, but it's not enough to take out the boss because the boss cuts through defense, and it stops revives, and it has extra speed, and it has... You get it. I'm just saying how unfair some of these champions seem. Obviously, once I get a little bit later in the game with a little bit more powerful of a team, it's going to be like it was a joke. I don't know why it was so difficult. There might be a team pairing who makes him totally useless. Someone who knocks out his attack completely, plus knocks out his accuracy, plus locks all of his debuffs, but you can't do that there. Just saying, those are some of the things you have to think about when it comes to late game. But nonetheless, this has been a video telling you what to do as a free-to-play, how to update and upgrade your portfolio for your champions as you go through the game. Remember, even if you're taking a champion who isn't going to be endgame for you and leveling them up to 6-star, they can still be of use to you later on in the game. They could be part of your faction teams. If you have full legendaries and full epic teams, they could be of use to you in the Doom Tower. If the Doom Tower isn't a problem for you anymore and you have all these champions, they could be quick food for one or two of your champions if they become that useless, but I wouldn't suggest just dismantling them. They could be good for your collection. If you're a collector, you don't need any help on the free-to-play side. You're just going to collect one of every single champion. You don't care who you have. You don't care what you have. That's how it generally goes. So this has been Elementary 72 with an information packed video. Hope that you're all having a good day. Catch you all in the next one.